So let's remember and take this point to remember shape fitting. Okay, so with that Phrygian E minor 735, okay, it was on the bar. The bar was here, so we finger barred the fifth there to get the 257 chord in the E shape. So it's E, and then the D minor shape, we barred it. We didn't have to play that. We didn't have to action fingers that 5. That was a bar finger 5. So we have 1 to the bar, and we have 7-3. These are the action fingers right here, 7-3. So let's remember that. The difference between that and, let me get my, my dragger activated here. Right click. Okay, so there's a difference between that and this E minor shape. Oh, okay. So wait a minute. We're on the we have to kind of advance up here. So let's just make a mental picture of this. We're on the A box here, right here. So let's make a mental picture of this. Okay. We'll make a real picture of it. Okay. Now let's go up to the D minor. This would be a good one. The D minor shape. Okay, that's being as the relative, and yeah, these are 6 only. So another point to make is that even though these are just the Ionian and its relative 6, the Aeolian, the Lydian and its relative 6, the Dorian, the Mixolydian and its relative 6, the Phrygian, that covers all 6. See, so all 6 are covered. So we can look at, for the Dorian, we're going to look at the second set of 2 keyboards here. So here's our Dorian, where we play this open. Action fingers are 6 to 4 on this one, but it's the same shape, D minor shape, little d. Whereas we have, for the other situation, we have the 7, the 3, and the 5. Okay, and that's on the bar. So action fingers for that are just the 7 and the 3. And then you have a bar finger. So you really kind of have to push down on this part of your finger, or some people say roll it over. I saw one of the videos. It says roll it to the forward. All right, so you don't get that soft part of your finger, but you can do it any way you want. You could even, if you're just doing the 3 notes, you can action fingers all 3, but it's shape fitting. And you notice they're a whole step apart, so it's, you can do this. Now I can't even do this. So anytime you have 2 minors in a row, you know that's the Dorian and the Phrygian. Okay, so let's stay on the last set of 2 keyboards here, because we've got some good contrast here. So the minor triads are in green, and they're the Phrygian. Look at how long this thing is. We've got the minor Phrygian, 357, and then we've got its major Mixolydian 572, but remember, that is a Mixolydian. Okay, it's not the key of the 5th, which would be, it doesn't have the leading tone. It has a dominant. That's why 5 is dominant. That's why there's a nice way to play. I was playing yesterday. It would be just start with a 5 dominant, you know. And then you just go into your little pentatonics or whatever you're going to do in between. you know, and that way you can set the chord sound, the groove, set the key, and then play little pentatonics in between. But it's better to either get a background track or play something a little slower, you know, so you don't have to rush over to that pentatonic. You want to play a lead. You don't want to have to go in between lead and you know. But that's what I was doing yesterday. So this is a dominant. Anytime you play a dominant, you know, you can consider the fifth of the root key. Now you have to play the fourth, not the dominant. So you need the okay, instead of the seventh, you need not to be hitting the seventh of that. If you do hit the seventh of the fourth, a major seventh will do. Like that. I'm just a little clumsy getting that. And then pressed a little too hard on that third note. Okay, so yeah, just stay with the modals. So we can look at one more shape before we finish up here. So let's look at something. Well, let's look at the G shape, I guess. So it's a little hard to see on this diagram, but the G shape is right here. Okay, and then we're not looking at the A shape for, you know, for per se. I don't know what, that's just one of my words, per se. We're not in particularly looking at the A shape, but we may need it. So this is the G shape, all right, and this is the arpeggio 7. And now G is always in root, so it's 7 2 5. Bottom 2 strings, 3 strings. 7 2 5. Key of C. Okay, so it's 7 2 5. So that's first inversion. And that's an interesting chord. So 2 would be the fifth, and then of course root is the root. So we've got 7 2 5 here. We want to do a and there should be 7 2 5 now. That's interesting because in the G, oh, it's not the G shape. Ah, it's not the G shape. That's why it wasn't working out the way we thought it was. It's the D shape. Because remember, this is 1 4 5. So now we're actually looking at the D shape here. So the coloration here for this D is wrong. I have to fix that. It's actually this purple color, the D shape color. Okay, because the major is the D shape there on that on the root root G shape, right? Here's the G shaped root. And then the fourth would be C shape. And the fifth is D shape. Okay, then all three of them. You know, it just kind of sounds like it fits together because it does. So we're about out of time here. Remember, this is the D shape, and its relative Phrygian is going to be C minor shape, 7 3 5, 7 3, going to the D minor in the next cage to the left. So we're out of time today. We'll call it an hour, or a country hour, and click the link down below, or put the URL together to go to the Facebook group, and you get the full charts and you get the full videos there. And it's been great teaching you today.